What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that all of you guys are having an amazing Tuesday, staying cool on this scorching hot summer day. So, Phaedra Parks is negotiating her scorching hot return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta following Kenya Moore's exit. So, page 6 can confirm that the attorney who starred on the Bravo reality TV show from season 3 in 2010 to season 9 in 2017 is in talks with the network about filming season 16, which is currently in production. According to Love B. Scott, who was the first to report the news, Parks' current contract with Bravo's Married to Medicine is the biggest hangup with regard to the Real Housewives of Atlanta comeback. So we can confirm that Phaedra is in season 11 and they're producing that and filming that right now. The outlet also reported that Parks, in her well-received on-screen dynamic with returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta star Portia Williams during the recent Watch What Happens Live 15th anniversary special, only added to the desire for Phaedra's return. So you guys remember, they've always been really close. Like, of course, Phaedra and Portia will call each other friggin' frack and, play with and banter. And I feel like Phaedra is probably one of the few people that Portia has not fought with on the show. She fought Cynthia, which still boggles my mind because Cynthia don't be bothering nobody. We know, she physically fought Kenya and pulled her hair, and it was ridiculous. She fought Cynthia on that boat. She fought. She just got into it with Nene. She was trying to mess up her bag with the Upshaws on Netflix. Portia has anger management issues. Like, I love Portia. She's a lot of fun. She's gorgeous. She doesn't have the best taste in men, but I mean, I'm single myself, so I can't really, I guess I don't either. But I don't move like she does. She be out there. Simon is giving her the blues. But anyway, I said all that to say I feel like Portia has not had any smoke with Phaedra. She had it with Eva and just Candy, lying on her, just pretty much everybody except for Phaedra. So, which I'm surprised now that I think about it, because season 9, Phaedra, used Portia and her lack of good sense to try to set up Candy. That's the whole reason why Candy was like, I'm not fooling with Phaedra anymore because, you know, she's grimy. And she used Portia as the scapegoat. So for Portia to still be cool with her, I mean, she has a forgiving heart, but we'll see. So Page Six broke the news early last month that Kenya Moore had been suspended indefinitely after she shocked party attendees at her salon grand opening with posters of series newcomer Brittany Eady allegedly performing an oral on someone. That has got to be the, and I'm not trying to kick Kenya while she's down because I like Kenya, but man, like, that has got to be one of the worst decisions that I have ever heard of. Like, and now they're talking about her lines being discontinued in Sally Beauty. Like, when it rains, it pours, my girl. Man. And she already said that people call her salon and be on, the BS, calling and making false, appointments. But I'm just like, wow. So not only was she dropped from Bravo, or suspended indefinitely, I'm sorry, because they're never going to really outright fire her. Again, that's a corporation and they have to go through a long process. But suspended indefinitely, I mean, if you're indefinitely suspended, you're not coming back. It's the same thing, except it's just a CYA on their end and it protects them. But for her to also lose, her shelf space on Sally Beauty, that is horrible. I feel bad for Kenya. I really wish that, she could have not followed in the footsteps of being that bully, because she talked about, being bullied even by her own mother. right? Which a lot of people, have grown up with mothers who were not nurturing, who were abusive, who were, gaslighters, who were narcissists. And that mess really messes with your psyche. But the one thing that you don't want to do, you don't want to repeat that cycle, and you don't want to treat other people like that. Like Marlo, when she was telling her story about going through foster care and getting put out, it really broke my heart that she turned around and did the exact same thing to her nephews. Like she took them in just to put them out. And that I'm like, if somebody does you wrong, please go see a good therapist so you can heal from that trauma and not repeat that cycle. Because I feel like it gets into your subconscious, like you're not even aware of how you are just, repeating that cycle of abuse. And I feel like that's exactly what Kenya did. Like she treated Brittany Eady similarly to how she said her mom treated her. Or, she said that she experienced bullying or hazing, I should say, right? When it's a new girl, hazing from Nene when she came on the show, when she was the new girl. Like you don't want to repeat that. There's two types of people in this world. There's one type that says, well, I went through it, so you should too. But there's the other type that's like, you know what, I went through X, Y, and Z, but I'm going to make sure that I'm not going to put anybody else through that, or I'm going to ensure that nobody else has to go through that. Like you want to be that type of person. Like don't, you know torture other people and haze other people just because you never did. Like that's one of the reasons why I chose not to join a sorority. And no shader, I'm not knocking anybody who does. Everybody's different. But I'm saying as for me, I I wasn't going to go through that process, okay, or be paper because that's worse, or put somebody else through that process. I'm like, listen, I went to a PWI. I wish I would have went to a HBCU for the entirety. I went for one semester in this program, which was great. If I could have had afforded it, I would have, but my scholarship was tied to my PWI, the university that I graduated from. But I'm saying that to say it's hard enough to graduate without all that extra, hazing and ridiculousness. Which brings me back to Phaedra. My thing is, like, you're a lawyer. You know better than to lie on Candy and do all this manipulative stuff with Portia. The fact that Portia is still even talking to you, um, I guess it just shows how her and Candy think so differently. Because Candy is about her business, she's about her bag, she's about her money, and she has a much more business savvy mindset than Portia. And we can see that play out with everything that's going on with social media and Scott and Simon Gabadia. I mean, unfortunately, Portia is kind of crashing and burning, and hopefully, when Phaedra comes back, that she won't kick Portia while she's down and use her once again. Because if I was Portia, or if anybody was to try to set me up like Phaedra did Portia, I wouldn't speak to them again either. But that's me. Okay, so we were told cameras were rolling at the cast event, and an investigation was subsequently launched. Oh, they're still talking about Kenya. Okay. Parks, for her part, was fired from Real Housewives. Yes, season 9 when she tried to set up Candy. We know that. Page 6 caught up with Parks, who's 50. Oh, I didn't know she was 50. Oh, okay. Well, she looks great. At a Critics' Choice Award last month, she said that she had no reaction whatsoever to what happened with Kenya Moore. And when we were asked if she had any advice for Moore, Parks said, "You probably wouldn't want to hear my advice." Okay. Listen, I don't necessarily dislike Phaedra. I think that she has a brilliant legal mind, and her reads, they're iconic. Okay. Um, the read that she gave, I forget what season it was, when she was still married to Apollo, and she was reading Kenya, talking about her going to a sperm donor, um, and she was going to get a man, his sample because he needed $10 for a pizza. She was like, "Now check that." Now, that is the type of Phaedra that people want to see, especially since Kenya was dead wrong for flirting with her husband when they were in Anguilla and jumping into the pool with him. Kenya overstepped her boundary. So, Phaedra reading her like that, that was bar for bar, right? Like, you come for my marriage, I'm going to come for your insecurities. And it was an old, nice, nasty Southern Belle type read. That's the Phaedra that people want to see, not trying to end Candy's livelihood. Like, girl, take it down 15 notches. Um, as what fans can expect from the forthcoming season of Married to Medicine, she says, Phaedra, it's going to be an incredible season. Quad Webb is back, which she has a new man. He looks great. Congratulations to Quad. She says, so it should be interesting. And Sweet Tea, Letitia Lunsford, is married to Quad's ex-husband, Dr. Gregory Lunsford. So, of course, you know, you'll see the dynamics between Quad and Sweet Tea. It's going to be good. Some very wild engagements. Really? I don't know. Married to Medicine. I mean, it's okay, but it doesn't strike me. This it's not a wild show. There are too many professionals on the show. They do be pushing it sometimes, but I know that's to try to, engage the viewers and to get viewership. But yeah, congratulations to Phaedra. The caption she says here with her glam squad, she says, "I stay ready, so I never have to get ready." And again, I enjoyed her on The Traitors. She was reading them for filth as well, and I'm here for it. I feel like she doesn't really fit in well with Married to Medicine, so I'm actually glad to see her come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I just really hope that she is not trying to step into that bullying hazing role. I hate that crap. I don't like bullies at all. But if she, can read the girls with the nice, nasty Southern Belle, I'm here for it. You guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section about Phaedra returning. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, aces. Bye.